I think that it doesn't really matter where you log in, whether you log in at home or at work. A lot of companies do shut it down so that you can't log in. Unfortunately, now everybody has a device, a mobile device, that they can pretty much get into those social networking sites anyway. So it's not really where you log in, it's what you say when you're online. Employers should set up ground rules. They should say, if they're going to understand that employees are going to go on social media and social networking sites, kind of whether they allow them to or not, I think it's perfectly reasonable for them to set the expectations for what is and isn't acceptable. And I think that even when an employee goes home and thinks that they were just complaining in general, whether they were commenting about a customer or their boss or a colleague, if their profile information also has the company that they work for, the average person can put two and two together. So even if you didn't think you specifically put something out there about your business, you did put something out there about your business. And if you're damaging the reputation of your business or the place that you work, that's something that the company should have the right to say something about. Is it First Amendment violation? Yes, you have the right to say what you want to say, but you don't have the right to do something that is going to damage a company's success. This is your permanent record. It isn't written in pencil. It is saved. You're creating a digital fingerprint that lasts and lasts and lasts, long after the passion of the moment of what you had to say or the party you were at or the crazy thing that you were doing. This is there forever. You know, it's not what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It's what happens in Vegas stays on Flickr, on YouTube, on Facebook, on every place you never thought it would be. You know, a lot of times people are out somewhere, someone takes a picture of them, sends it to somebody else, you know, via text messaging, that gets posted up, and before you're home, everybody knows what you've done. So you really kind of want to make sure that the impression you're making is the impression that you want to make. And if I'm the person who's hiring someone and I have a small company and I'm trying to make sure that I've got a really good fit for my organization, someone who's going to just really click with everyone else, I'm certainly going to want to vet that person, not just about that one-dimensional resume, but I want to see who that whole package is. What do they have to offer? What have they done? What do they like to do? What are they all about? You really want to make sure that you are carrying yourself in a way that is authentic and true to yourself. I'm not suggesting that teens or 20s or anybody go and pretend to act a part because they want that to be the perception either. I do think that the whole point of social networking and people connecting with one another is having these genuine and authentic relationships through this technology. It enhances those social interactions and the personal interactions that they have. But that being said, there are just some things that we all need to kind of take a step back. And if it allows you to think, I may think it, maybe I don't say it, or maybe I say it, but I don't write it. And there are these steps that you suddenly want to put into perspective for someone so that it's just not something that you can't take back. The other thing to keep in mind is security settings, making sure that you've set up your security settings. You can get very, very detailed in the way that you lock down what you post on Facebook. You can just have your friends see certain things. You can have friends of friends see certain things. You can have everyone see things. You can take your friends and put them into lists so that your coworkers don't necessarily see pictures of your children, or your clients don't necessarily have to hear about the last barbecue, and your family doesn't have to hear about the work-related stuff that you're doing. But keeping in mind that based on how you set it up, if I've searched for you and you and I don't know each other, but we have friends in common, and your settings allow for friends of friends, then I can see things that you may not have thought I could see. And I'm going to be looking for that stuff. It's the same thing as giving me references. I'm not going to check the references you give me, because I'm hoping those are the right ones. But I'm going to check the other references that I can find on my own and hope that the same information comes from all places, that I get the same good report about you.